let us talk about thinking in English, right? Today's topic.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. What are the benefits of thinking in English while learning the language? Some key
First, what
benefits.
is thinking in English? How we can think in English? What does it mean?
Yeah. See, for example, when we say think in English, what will you say? I want to make tea in Hindi. What will you say?
मुझे चाय बनानी है.
मुझे चाय बनानी है. So you will think मुझे चाय बनानी है in Hindi or in English when you're about to make tea?
I will not think in any way.
No, it cannot be like that. You will think that when you're doing something, now it is tea time, I have to go and make tea.
Okay, means in subconscious mind. Yes, our native
Yeah,
language
but
it comes. Yes.
yeah, so you will definitely say मुझे चाय बनानी है अभी 4 बज गया, I have to make tea, right? So that
Yes,
is
ma'am.
thinking in English. That is the
Mm.
meaning of thinking in English. When you are going to talk in some native language, you think in that language. You
Mm.
generally need to think in that language. What is the advantage of or benefits of thinking in English as a native speaker? We are all native speakers. We are not Britishers, right?
Mm.
We are not
Mm.
Britishers. So we are all native speakers.
Of what? Native speakers of Hindi, ma'am. We are native speakers of Hindi.
We are native speakers of Hindi, right?
Right.
Yes. So we need to think in a foreign language which we are
Mm-hmm.
learning. We need to think in the foreign language we are learning. The native speaker will always try to think in Hindi or in their regional language or mother tongue.
Okay.
Yeah. So we need to find out what are the benefits of thinking in English for a native speaker. We are all native speakers, right?
Okay. Yes.
We are all native speakers. We are not Britishers.
Mm-hmm.
We are native speakers. So what
We
is...
are native speakers of our regional language
No,
or
no,
our
no, no.
Hindi.
No, no, no. Native, our mother tongue may be Hindi, but we are learning a new language, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what is this new language? English. So
English.
what is the question here? As native speakers,
Mm-hmm.
our regional language is not English.
Okay.
It can be Hindi, it can be Tamil, it can be Gujarati, it can be Marathi, it can be any language.
Correct.
Yeah. So the point here is thinking in English as a native speaker offers a
Mm-hmm.
lot of benefits and significance. What are the
Mm-hmm.
benefits of speaking and thinking in English? Tell me. According to you, what are the benefits?
It helps us to express ourselves more comfortably. By our mind is not overwhelmed with the words of thinking the words, thinking and framing sentences, then articulating. So
Yes.
three processes are blended
Eliminated.
into one. Yes.
Three processes are eliminated, or you can say blended into one. So
One.
by thinking in the language you're going to speak makes us more fluent.
Mm-hmm.
Makes us more fluent.
Fluent.
Yes.
Yes.
We don't need to stress ourselves to translate what we are thinking into another language.
Yes.
Yes. Then what are the... So as a result of eliminating a lot of stages, we are able to speak faster.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Yes.
are able to also have enhanced fluency because we are not wasting any time. The words that have come into our mind, we are quickly translating it into sound and expressing it in a language.
Yes.
Yes. So a very important thing is faster communication, enhanced fluency, and obviously when we are thinking in that language all the time, we are able to do writing also pretty well.
Yes, ma'am.
So it improves our skills in writing. Anything else, our cognitive flexibility will also improve. What do we mean by cognitive flexibility? That is, we are able to demonstrate that we are able to switch easily from one language to another, because
Okay.
our native mother tongue is different. So it exercises our cognitive ability and makes us very flexible.
Yes.
So a lot of benefits we gather by talking and thinking in English and then talking in English. So it's
Mhm.
important to tell students always that during the day in their school, they should only think in English.
We suggest them, ma'am, but it is not easy for them to think in English. And anybody like who is beginner or intermediate level, it's not very much means it's not a piece of cake that you if I say, oh, think in English, and they will be able to do that.
No, but they
So
have
what
to
are the
start
techniques
somewhere.
of thinking?
As such, techniques will be continuously training your mind to do something which you've never done before, and you need to start training your mind to do it.
But ma'am, like think for thinking in English, it that takes practice. So for practice, I will suggest go for shadowing practice. Listen to the native and original speakers and try to copy them. Copy in the sense, it is called shadowing. You are listening to them, then you are repeating the same words in the same intonation with the same emotions.
That's not thinking. That's your only imitating.
We are imitating, but this is prior to think in English. First, you need to do the shadowing. Then words will, or you will have your muscles will be trained to speak such and such sentences and words,
Different words and sentences. Okay.
and then it will automatically, like if you know the sentence and you are thinking about a process that, so that process can be described or connected with the sentence formation of that
Yes,
process.
yes, it may help, but also if you're describing, try to tell them to describe their daily activities. First, think in English and then speak it out. Daily
But
activities.
when they cannot think, like they like if I let's take an example from a primary school. So if I ask a 4-year boy to tell me what you did yesterday or what you did in the morning, so he will only say one or two words: bathing, talking, eating, homework. So, how to frame that sentence? That takes a lot of efforts. That means you need to shake your mind. First, you should be able to read, you should be able to listen, you should be able to speak. Then only you can think in English. Like, for example, whenever we teach any language or any word to our students,
Hmm.
we first give them one vocabulary word, then we teach that word in context to sentences or story. Then I ask them to write this word and frame your own
Own
sentence in
sentence.
your own language. So this is the way they think about that word, and then
Okay.
they create sentence or imagination. So this is
Yes,
the way, ma'am, thinking in English means. You
yes, to an
thinking in
extent.
English is not initial stage, ma'am, actually.
You feel that only after they learn the language, they can think in English.
Yes.
In my opinion, in case a person, maybe not, maybe what you're saying applies to a child,
Mm-hmm.
but not to older people.
Ma'am, older people have their wide vocabulary.
Yeah, because they already have their bank of words, right?
Yes, but it is not possible. Like they know vocab of their native language or their regional language, but it is not necessary they have that wide tank of vocabulary in English too. So I generally, why we are doing this conversation videos, because they listen, means learners, they listen to our conversation, they practice it, then only they are able to learn
So,
something and they cram that.
no, what if they mentally summarize each activity that they do?
Yes, yes, yes. But they cannot automatically, they cannot
No,
summarize the things.
everything requires practice, right? So they need to
Right.
practice it. So they start with a few words. As you said, they may say bathing, homework, play. They may just say those words, but we help them
Mm-hmm.
to frame the sentences. We'll help them to
Mm-hmm.
frame the sentences, and then they will start thinking of their daily activities in the English language. What did I do today? Like instead of saying, Maine kya kiya sabere, they can say, what did I do today in the morning? Teach them to think in the language. That helps.
Yes, yes, that is possible, but still, for that, basic or ground should be formed for that. And ground can be formed only when they know some words, when they know some
So,
sentence, when they
according to
read or
you,
listen things.
according to you, thinking in a language cannot be done at the first stage, and you need to
Yes,
build vocabulary first before you start
yes,
thinking in that language.
yes, vocab and sentence structure too. And means why, suppose like I am good reader, I am a good speaker, I know good variety range of vocabulary too. But can I think and speak spontaneously? That needs lot of efforts and practice. I can do because I'm in practice. But thinking means on the spot. There is one competition in our schools, and it is for students and teachers too. Extempore means they on the spot they
Spot.
will give one topic, and you need to express yourself within a minute.
Yes.
So that means that in that sense we just start thinking in English everything.
Yes, so maybe a dedicated practice session is required for each child and each learner to devote some 10 to 15 minutes a day to start thinking in that language. Then it becomes a practice.
Yes. Suppose, ma'am, like you take classes of professionals and other IT workers, other college students. So they grasp it very easily because they are in touch with language according to the ambience. But
True.
those person who are homemakers or very new to this language, they first cram it by listening it.
Yes, yes, that is true. They by heart a lot of things.
Yes.
So one important point or takeaway from this would be that for a basic learner, that is someone who's starting afresh,
Mm-hmm.
we have to train them with lot of words first,
Yes. Yes.
and only then they will be able to connect and start
Yes,
thinking
ma'am.
in the language and start thinking in the language. But yes, you made a point that for children it will be very difficult to do it initially, and for people who are not exposed to the language at all, there will be a problem. But for those who already have some basic level of the language, for them it's just a matter of practicing it.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes,
would,
very
yeah,
true.
I wouldn't say that it applies across all the age groups. If you're exposed to the language even a little bit, you can train your mind to think in English.
Yes, ma'am.
So I feel that these are some pointers which we have to keep in mind when we are training people who are absolutely raw and they are first time learners of the language.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else would you like to add?
Uh, I want to say that if you are able to think in English, you can be a good speaker very easily.
True. I
You
agree with it totally.
and for to be a good speaker, you need to read a lot. You need to you should have ideas and you should have good vocabulary. So listen to native speakers, listen to podcasts, listen to short stories or whatever the play means your interest is in. Means English you need not to read very rough and tough books for getting this that English taste. You can listen to something related to your taste. Like if you are interested in cooking, start listening something related to cooking in English.
Mm.
If you are interested in reading about interior designing or home decoration, start reading or listening to this type of content, but in English. So, picking your interest, but taking the medium of English, you can learn English by listening or reading. And when you are able to learn or listen the things, automatically you are going to think in English again.
Yeah, basically you are internalizing the sound and the words, and then you are able to talk.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yes, that's very clear that for basic learners, when you brought up that small children cannot directly think in English, yes, I think you had a very good point there, because unless you have a basket of words and vocabulary, it's not easy to start thinking about it because they don't know the word for it. Only if you
Yes,
know the
ma'am.
words you can think. So that's very true. But as I also felt that it's not across all age groups. When you
Mm-hmm.
already have some basic knowledge of the language, you have to train your mind to think in that particular language you're learning. That makes it very, very easy and makes you speak more fluently.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think it was a very engaging session, Pramila, with you. And
Thank you.
yes, and I hope the learners will learn what they are required to learn by, trying to speak and think in the language that they want to learn.
Yes, ma'am. And is not means anything is not impossible. Everything is possible.
Nothing is impossible, you mean to
Nothing
say?
is, yes,
Nothing is
nothing is
impossible. Yes.
impossible.
Nothing is impossible. And it's all about training your mind. It's all about training your mind to doing something which you want to do. And so have positive affirmations and do whatever you need to do. Yeah,
Definitely.
but very small children, yes, it's a challenge, as you rightly said. Unless you teach them words, they will not be able to pick it up.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So it was a lovely session. Thank you so much, Pramila.
Welcome, ma'am. Have a good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, it's good evening. Yes, it's not
Yes.
afternoon today.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.